Hey everyone, welcome back to House of Chi Yoga. Today I'm going to do about a 45-minute hard flow, hard-ish. We're going to move, we're going to sweat. I'm cold, it's cold in here. So meet me on your mat. I'm going to start the music. And I do have music playing. I will also attach a playlist, this playlist, to whatever it'll show on the app so that you can play it on your own if you want, because you can't quite hear it, I know, through just my mic. So let's start seated. You can take the right foot in front or on top, sits bones to the ground. Just give yourself a little wiggle, find the sitting bones, and then wiggle the toes, find the toes. Stabilize, just start moving front to back through the rib cage. You can take fingertips to the floor. Hold the spine nice and long. Push the fingertips into the floor. Feel the hands waking up, the wrists waking up, the forearms. Close your eyes. Maybe you can feel all the way up to the shoulders. Now keep the fingertips on the floor. Pull the shoulders to the ears and let them relax. 2 more times. Squeeze them up. Let them relax. 1 more. Hold them up. Exhale straight into your forward fold, flowing front to backward, top to bottom, going vertebrae by vertebrae. Connecting for a moment with your breath. Connecting with the space around you. Inhale, palms lift up and overhead. Exhale, push through the heart. Start bringing the hands behind the body. Try to keep them nice and long. Adding on alternate hand taps behind the head. Hopefully you can see me from this angle. Double hands behind the head. Create a diamond shape with the hands. Keep breathing. 3, 2, hands stay behind the head. Big rolls through the shoulders. Keep the sitting bones down so you start rolling through the side body. Feel the shoulder girdle waking up. Hold this center. Exhale, scoop the hands forward. Inhale up and overhead. Exhale, scoop. Inhale, lift. Exhale, this time you scoop and then just open the chest. Nice long arms and bring them back together. Hold the hands out in line with the shoulders. Roll front to back. Keep the arms strong. Work through the shoulder girdle. Feel the top of the shoulder. Feel the back. Feel the chest. Keep up with that movement. Start gazing right to left. Hi, my shoulders are already tired. Uh-oh. Palms stay open. Squeeze through the abdominal muscles. Don't lose your core. Now is the time to find the core. Incorporate all the muscles. Exhale, hands to the ground. A little bit softer of a roll. You can move the shoulders around. You can switch directions. Whatever you need here. Abs are locked into place. Push cross. Oh, that was a mumble. Abs are locked into place. Push cross body. Let's take the hands up, shoulder level. Feel the rotations through the spine. Coming back through center, twist over to the right side. Open up the heart. Roll the right shoulder back and away. Feel the scap moving toward the spine. Scap moving away from the spine. Hope I don't lose my mic here. Woo. Landing with the right shoulder down. Maybe gaze past the right shoulder. Let's inhale, right arm up and overhead from that twist. Exhale, slide the hand back down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, let it fall. 1 more. And then this time the right hand goes to the left knee. Round. I like to use my hands to push the knees to the floor. Now I feel a nice stretch across the hip flexors. You can add a little bit of movement, taking that stretch deeper into the back muscles. Hands sweep behind the body. Lift up the toes. Wide tap. Thigh to belly. Engage your core. Try to flex your quad muscles to extend. If you want, you go doubles. And if you're ready, hands can go up. Maybe you can hold. Rope climb straight to the top. Can we work some coordination here? Keep up with this rope climb. You can stay here if you need to, or you slowly bring the toes together. Slowly bring the toes apart. Oh yeah. Hold the toes wide. Push palms straight up. 3, find your hip flexors. 2, last one, Baddha Konasana. Bring the feet together. Use the elbows to massage across the inner thighs. Oh, that feels so nice. And then feet go straight down. Let's just shift weight into the feet and start rolling heel to toe. Wake up the ankles. Say hello. Let's get ready to work. You can take the knees wide. Bring the knees back together. And then sits bones are going back to the ground. Keep your hands there if you need to. 1 heel extends. Heel taps back to the butt. You're alternating You got to use your core to pull your thigh to your belly. More challenging would just be to bring the palms up off the floor. The most challenging would be double leg extension and then squeeze back together. Close up all the space from the thigh to the belly. I'm going for one more. Hold the legs long this time. Inhale, palms rise. Lengthen. You can have a Sapana Mudra. You can do little half circles with a rib cage. And then let's take a hand bind behind the back first. Massage across the sacrum. And then draw the hands towards the floor. Lift the heart. From there, lift and lower the chin. Feel a nice stretch. Oh, keep the chin to the chest. That feels so good. Hands unbind. Hands are going a little farther back. You can bend the knees and come up into reverse table, or you can just stay in this reverse plank. Now, if you're in the reverse plank, walk the feet in so you meet me in reverse table, and just warm up the triceps. You're only bending at the elbow. Triceps. I gotta do more triceps. This is already hard. 3, 2, big heart opener. Lift the chest, lift the hips. Maybe release the head back. Exhale, bring the sits bones down. Left foot goes in front or on top of the hip. Let's take the arms and just let them cross body. Landing on left side, spinal twist. Lift the heart. Draw the left shoulder back and away. 3, 2. Now hold the shoulder away. Gaze past the left shoulder. Inhale, left palm reaches up and overhead. Exhale, gently slide the arm back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale. This time the hand goes across. You're pulling navel to your spine. Squeezing, emptying. Try to breathe it all out. Inhale, palms rise. Shake out the hands. Get rid of anything you want to get rid of today. Release it on the breath. You can brush through the throat. You can brush all the way down the body. I'm going to try not to hit the mic throughout the class. I always forget it's there. Okay, let's cross the ankles. We're going to quadruped. Toes tucked under, push weight into the feet, and then spring the heels to the butt. Find your core, lift navel to your spine. Hold on the way forward. Small pulse, heel the butt, find your hamstrings. Hiya, mine are burning. 3, 2, hold, circle the ribs. Don't lose the hamstring contraction. Hold the ribs in and up. Gently tap the toes wide. Bring them back to the butt. This is that lateral hip. Also, I have no idea what any of this music is. We'll see what happens with it. It sounds pretty good so far. Hold the toes wide. Gently figure eight the hips to release the low spine. It's always a mystery when I put on the random playlist. Feet back to center. Tap it out. Palms down. You're pulling the scaps together. You're pushing the scaps away from center. Keep the arms locked as you do it. Let's find the beat. Pick it up a little bit. I'm going to scooch myself back a little bit so I'm not off my mat. Hold flat back. You're tapping one hand and opposite foot, and it's a quick tap. So while you're doing this, make sure the abs are active. You're not losing the core. If you want to extend the hand and the foot off the floor, it's a lift, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, open, exhale, squeeze. I said it's quick, that means it's a quick breath too. Let's do a few more. Head in line with the shoulders, keep breathing. Last one. Tuck into plank, stay here. Push through the toes, press back through the heels, work through the ankle and the calves. And now we'll push out of plank to our downward facing. Walk the knees across midline. Open up the outside of the hip. Bend the knees. Keep pushing through the palms. Just bring the chest towards the thigh. Now think about peeling the heels a little bit higher. You can take the hips right to left. Stepping or hopping feet to the top. Inhale, flex. Exhale to fold. You can take opposite elbow here. Hang heavy. Let me fix my mic. Bend the knees, slow roll up halfway. Hands to hip line, circle it out. Keep looking this way, sorry. I'm trying to look at you over there. Hold hips in, pedal the heels. If you're really high, try to sink it down. So from this position, I'm just stepping, crossing my hand to the opposite foot. It's kind of like a lunge. I'm just getting towards that 90 degree on the back leg. Navel to spine, don't lose your core the whole time. Last one, press front to back, bicep, tricep. And sink it lower, because why not? We might as well hold a squat. Try to keep going, peel the toes up off the floor. Oh my gosh, my thighs. Hold, jacks in, jacks out. Keep breathing. Almost there. 3, 2, wide stance. And take it to goddess pose. Use the hands to push the knees wide. I just got so hungry, guys. We have a song called King of the Castle. Toes forward, shake out the hips, shake out the legs. Let's get a little bit more rotation through the spine. Soft knee, one hand goes to opposite foot, hands to heart. Just feel the rotation happening through the torso. Good job. Hips go front to back. Last one. Inhale, palms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Step to plank. From plank position, abs in. It's a quick hip tick. Don't move your heel. You're just finding your core to move. It's quick. Keep up with the pace. Keep using your toes. 2 and 1. Back to down dog. Anything you need there. You can release one hand, shake it out. You can release the other. You can brush off your mat. I'm always doing in my practice. Love a good clean mat. Inhale, right toes rise. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Now you feel the stretch across that right side so as keep the right foot active. You're going to exhale, just kind of swim the right knee through. So you're getting some opening, some internal rotation, some external rotation on the hip. Stay active through the hip joint. And then just take some big sweeping circles and travel through plank as you bring the knee underneath the body. One more. Hold knee to nose. Tick-tock, right knee to left knee. Excuse me, right elbow to left elbow. 2 and 1. Fallen triangle, right foot kicks through. Back heel's gonna lower. Left palm's gonna rise. Squeeze into the core. Pull the hips high. Hold there. If you want, you can add a pulse through the right side core. Left hand is still reaching towards the sky. Stay at the top. Left elbow's gonna roll. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Maybe the left hand can come down. Try to hold. We got it. Slowly, back heel towards the sky. Right foot plants. Lower the knees. Open up short cobra. Oh, that feels good. Every fingertip is pushing down. Let's take it back, child's pose. My butt's just a little bit off my heels here. Keep the butt off the heels, and then just squeeze your glute muscles together for a pull. I want to stay really active in my core, really active through my hips. You can take the hands to the floor for support, or I like getting my hands completely out of the way, just setting them at the sacrum. Feel the top of the foot pushing down to the floor. 2 and 1. Right hand reaches forward, thread the left arm under just for a moment, and then switch. Keep going right to left. It's an active stretch. We're not stopping, we're moving and breathing. That was kind of a silly song there. Slightly throwing me off my game. Sternum down, gaze is forward for puppy's pose. Your hips are in line with the knees. Deep breath. Drag the hands back. Let's go through a quadruped roll. So you're just moving through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, slow and intentional. Connect the movement with the breath. Connect the spine with the body. Let's go. Tuck the toes. Down dog, abs in. You can step or jacks it out. Make sure the core's in tight here. The arms are stabilizing. The shoulders are active. 3, 2. Let's step all the way to the top in our jacks. And then land at hips distance. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to a fold. Inhale, halfway to chair. Palms are up and overhead. Check in with the feet. Unroll them. Keep it here. Sink it lower. Fingertips to shoulders and throw it up overhead. Get rid of anything. If there's anything left to get rid of. Keep breathing. Sink it a little bit lower. 3, 2. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat. Exhale through your version, chaturanga. I always like to lower my knees. So whatever version you like to do, meet me downward facing. Shake it out, release the hips, whatever you need here. Open the mouth on the exhales. Let go. When you're ready, left toes rise. Open up the hips with a stretch of the psoas, the hip flexors. And then we'll start moving so we get that internal rotation, external rotation. You're just swimming the knee in and out. Connect with your abdominals here. Try to create fluid movements. One more. Now we'll create a circle through the hip and you can travel to plank on your circle. One more. This time, knee stays forward. Abs are tight. Locked into the core. Knee taps right, left. Push the floor away from you. Don't lose it. 3, 2. Left side is going to extend a fallen triangle. So the right heel lowers. The right palm opens up. Lift through the hips. Option to find the core crunch. Keep pushing the floor away from you through the left palm. Hold the top. The right side's gonna row. Squeeze navel to spine. 3, 2. Maybe you can bring that right hand down. It is a big twist. Check in with your body. I like to lift my back heel a little bit so I can hold safely. Hi, that's a squeeze. One more breath. And then gently flow the left leg back from plank. Your version, chaturanga. Cobra. Hold cobra. Palms are under the shoulders. Elbow creases forward. Triceps. I got some pretty weak triceps. I need to work on them. Every fingertip is down. Keep the chest open. There's space from collarbone to collarbone. 3, 2. Can we do one more? 1. Take it down. Hands under the chin. Bring the feet up. Windshield wipe. Breathe into the low back space. And then let's meet at center. Do some low back extensions. My knees are wide. My toes go up. And then they reach away from the body. Squeeze your butt muscles. Incorporate the hips here. Find your navel to spine. Even though our belly's on the floor, we're still using our core. One more. We're going to hold the legs off the mat. I just realized I have no idea what this playlist is, so I'm not sure when it's going to end. Pull the knees together. It's okay. We'll just be on a yoga loop. We'll just keep going. Now, if you want to make this more challenging, hands can go behind the head. Squeeze into your back body for 3, 2, 1. Releasing down. Close child's pose. Bring the knees together. Take a deep breath. When you're ready, walk the hands toward the legs. And then take them behind. Stretch out the top of the ankle. So my core is active and holding. My knees are just floating off the floor. I'm bumping into my candles here. Whew, I feel like we need some really good step-ups to this song. This sounds about right. Bring her down. Lock into your abs first, hips to a rib cage. You're driving forward, squeezing your hips, squeezing your core. If you need to. Thumbs, finger through the hips and the ribs. Make sure there's a crunch there. Stay at the top. Just use the thighs as you shift front to back. Everything's holding. My core is not opening. I'm squeezing. Now as I move, that weight is dropping to the thigh. I've been working on building my thighs, so we're going to go right from here to a step up. Right leg first, right leg down first. Hi, try to step to a 90. Switch when you go down, left side first. Step up, step down with the left. Why are thighs so important? Squat. I've been trying to build mine forever. I just don't want to build. If you want it more challenging, hop. 3, 2, burn out here. Stay at the bottom. Chest up, toes walk. Hands to the butt. Keep squeezing. Hold Malasana, hands to heart. Walk it forward. And walk it backward. One more time to the front. And it wouldn't be a class without a burpee, so let's go. If you want to go all the way down to the floor, feel free to. I just extremely like push-ups. Extremely dislike push-ups. Not like. Let's go one more. Hi. Sinker down, take a breath. Open the palms toward the sky. Relax the throat and the shoulders. From here, you can peel the toes up, take a roll on the spine. Oh, that feels so wonderful. Try to stay in a round so you massage the back muscles. Cross the ankles as you go through, find plank. Front plank, your version, chaturanga, unroll. Hit a cobra. Recenter with your breath here. Tuck the chin, bring the chest back. Hips up, knees are off the mat. You can hold, you can do a hip tick, you can circle, whatever feels good. Check in with the wrists, they're directly under the shoulders. And then you can either stay on top of the feet or go 1 foot tucked under. You're stretching the top of the ankle here. So if this is challenging, I've been doing this for a while, so now I can just go right into it. If you need to, you just do 1 foot at a time. Eventually you'll get there with the stretch. Keep breathing. And then meet me in a normal stance, down dog, shake it out. Whatever you need, release through the hips. Let's step or hop up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll vertebrae by vertebrae. Bring the hands to heart center. Take a moment. And then let's inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat. Exhale, your version, chaturanga. Meet me in downward facing dog. Once you're in down dog, right toes rise. Right knee to nose. Put the foot inside the right palm, lower your back knee. So check in with the front leg. You want foot down. We'll take some big circles with the right arm. As you're circling, you feel the rotation in the spine. You can always follow with the gaze. And then let's keep the right arm reaching back. Keep the gaze reaching back. Ooh. Right thumb to right hip. High lunge. Circle it out. Control the movement. Aish, this song sounds spicy. Palm forward, tap, and extend. Notice my right knee is not lengthening much. I'm loading onto that right leg. 2, I'm gonna land in curtsy. Left foot back, both palms down. Hamstring. The music is so exciting, and then I lose myself. Push the left toes down, shift the weight to the butt. Tuck under to unroll. Hi. Take a moment to stabilize. Sink it down, circle. Push into the front foot, especially the big toe. 2, palms up, hips hip, right, left. Try to go lower. 3, 2, figure 4, hands to hips. So stabilize the center. Left foot goes on top. Flex this left side glute muscle and sink her down. Keep holding. Arms reach out. Squeeze them overhead. Work on stability here. Stay still. If you're ready to move, bind the hands, circle just the rib cage. Woo, gaze stays in one spot. And then release your fingertips to heart. Stand the left side back. Warrior 3. Your hands can go wherever is comfortable. One more breath. If you have the option to bring the feet to a hips distance stance and sink down, that's a big range of motion. That's a lot of mobility. Now check your range of motion from your squat all the way top to bottom. That was so cheesy, but I liked it. One more. Hold halfway down. You're back in your malasana. Toes are open. Shift the body weight right to left. Throw some arms in because it's more fun. I'm so glad I don't have to hear myself talking through these. If you want travel, high low. Push into your butt muscles. Oh man. We got one more. On the way back, walk it to a reverse table. Toes forward, hips up, you're holding active. Exhale, peel the toes, push the hips behind the hands, and then feet down, hips up, open. Exhale, push back. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, back. One more this time, try to hold. Flex foot, right heel taps cross, and the left foot taps cross. Lock into your core. Can we do one more each side? Last one, release. Flip the hands. I could have done class to that song the whole time. That was so fun. Okay, feel a nice stretch across the wrist. I'm getting nice and sweaty now. Gently bend the elbows, release the hands. Let the wrist move around a little bit. When you're ready, cross the ankles, your version chaturanga, or just meet me straight and down dog. Bend the knees, step or hop wide straddle, inhale, flat back. Lock into your core, tuck straight up. So I want you to pull your navel to your spine and squeeze your butt cheeks together. My feet are pushing into the floor and then actively driving energy toward midline. So I want you to feel your butt muscles, not your back muscles. Keep it up if you can. Head stays in line with the shoulders. 2, unroll, heels in, toes out, hips go right, left. Just check your mobility here. Try to keep the knees wide. Hold center, pulse down. Thinking about sits bones, pushing to the floor. So now if your knees are caving in, squeeze your butt muscles more to get the knees out. Almost there. 3, 2, hold it wherever is a little bit uncomfortable. And then you're gently pushing hips back, and then just moving them back towards midline. So push back, come back to my tall position. This is another one of those big range of motions in the hips. Check in with the movement, see how it feels. We're going for one more. Now, we're gonna add on, you're just doing a gentle twist right to left. We're not really stopping, we're just reaching, extending. Hips are still moving back to front. It's not my back that's rounding. It's my hips that are going back to front. One more. Toes forward, inhale, rise. Right toes reach out, find your Trikonasana. Big toes down, add some circling through the top arm. Keep breathing. Left hand stays up, open to a trick, take a breath. Now think about opening the left side body as you reach up and overhead, just let the body fall. And then bend the right knee, square forward, little steps right to left, let the arms be heavy, sway them out. Hold at center. Foot's gonna step back, lock into your abs. If you wanna make it more challenging, hands go top to bottom. Double arms, roll them up. Breathe. 2 and 1. Step cross. I'm starting small, I'm starting slow. I wanna catch on the toes and the balls of my feet. If you're ready to pick it up, let's go. 2 and 1, make them smaller. Let's just come to center, jog it out. You can go either heels back here, or you can drive your knees forward. I always like heels back. I'm really terrible at the knees forward. Balls of the feet down, drop it out. Always releasing on the exhales. Sink it lower, get closer to the ground. Listen to the body. If it needs to move, let it. Bigger inhales and exhales. We inhale up. We exhale, throw it away. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Verbal. And hands to the floor. Stabilize. Take some deep inhales. Center yourself. Know that everything is okay. Everything is as it is, as it should be. No point in fighting. We just live. Take it to plank, your version chaturanga. From there, lower all the way to the floor. Fingers wide. Inhale, lift, open the front body. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Child's pose. Wide child's pose. Toes together, knees wide. Sink the hips back. Take some deep belly breaths. Tuck the toes, meet me downward facing. We need to finish our left side lunging. Left toes rise. Exhale, knee to nose. Unroll foot inside left palm. Lower the back knee. From there, you feel this nice stretch. Open left arm up in a big sweeping circle. Last one, let's hold our twist. Left palm reaches back, open the heart. Try to stay above that back knee joint. I just love this picture in my studio so much. Left thumb, left hip. Take it to your high lunge, circle it out. It's a controlled circle. Connect the hips, connect the core. Make sure the left foot is planted down. Feel the glute muscles working. Left palm reaches to the top. Now you're shifting forward. You're loading onto the front leg and back to your lunge. My left leg is not going long. I'm just loading up into my lunge. Last one, landing in your curtsy stance, both fingertips down. Sink the hips, inhale as you unroll. Exhale, sink it down. Any kind of movement here. My body just wanted to go figure eight. 2 and 1. Hamstring curl. Right heel pops up. I gotta adjust my front foot. Make sure you're safe here before you start moving. Oh, my thigh's on fire. 2 more. Hold at the bottom, sink it down, circle out the hips. 3, 2, re-squaring forward. So take a second to get there, and then right leg goes on top, figure 4. Palms can go out. You can go up and overhead if you would like to. Keep your gaze in one spot. I'm going up and overhead. If you moved on the other side, try it on this side. Take a bind. Circle just the ribs. Really going to challenge your stabilizers. Keep holding. I was going to say keep thinking, but we just want to let the body do what it wants to do. 2, 1. Hi. Hands to heart. Extend. Warrior 3. Hold. Exhale. See how low you can go in your squat. I'm going top to bottom this time. You can have toes forward. You can add a reach. You can have toes out wide if that feels better for you. You can circle. Whatever you need to finish up this movement with. Eventually coming to stand. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Inhale to a flat back. And then exhale all the way through your version, chaturanga. Cobra, hold cobra, open up the heart. Hi. Take it back through quadruped, hands and knees. Any movement here in quadruped. I'm going to go check my playlist because I really don't know these songs. So you can just stay in quadruped. You can do some cat-cow. Oh, we are getting there. We've got 4 songs left. Let's get into our trick. So, from this position, we're going to extend back to our downward facing and shake it out. Anything your body needs here. Focus on the breath. Bend the knees. Step or hop, wide straddle. Shake it out. Release the hips one more time. Inhale, roll it up. Left toes extend out. Trikonasana. Whatever you did on the other side, go ahead and do on this side. Check in with your left big toes. They're working down to the mat. And then we want to find a nice deep stretch on the right side body. Releasing toes forward. Hands are going to the mat. So I want you to make sure that every fingertip is planting down, pushing you away, and loading to the upper back and the shoulders. Now the first step is just to shift to the toes, and as you shift to the toes, you're just trying to shift the weight into the upper body, the shoulders, the back, and lifting with your core to make the legs light. So I just want you to feel how the legs can get light. Then you can start shifting and floating the feet. All I do is shift onto the toe, flex the foot on the way down. Every fingertip plays a very important role here. Now if you want to go farther, one heel comes the butt, and then gently float the opposite leg. Feel the butt and float. And my right side is definitely better than my left side. My arms are tired. Opposite elbow. That's enough of that. Hands to the floor. Take it all the way down. Right palm's gonna walk out. Keep walking till the shoulder touches the floor, and then roll on top. Hi. Take a nice breath here. Palm is flat to the floor. As you exhale next, we're going to roll it back through center. Hands are going underneath the chin. I'm not going to go all the way to the mat because of the mic. Your left leg is just floating up in a flex or a point, your choice. Feel the compression in the low spine. Feel the glute muscles activating. And then we'll release it down and switch. Right side, point or flex, lift. Feel the connection of the glutes, the hips into the back. And releasing now. Left hand reaches, thumb down to the left ankle. Flex foot this time. Make sure you're lifting with your butt muscle like we just did. And then roll the left shoulder open. You have this palm, the right palm and the right leg to help you lift. Maybe you can lift up a little bit more. Think about lifting directly towards the ceiling. Soften the left shoulder. Exhale, release. Shake it out before we move on to the other side. Let's switch. Right hand, ankle, thumb down. Flex foot, lift from the glute muscle. Now roll the right shoulder back and away. Now lift towards the ceiling. Keep breathing. Exhale, release. Let the hips shake out. Now, if you want, you can go back to the left side and then back to the right side. I'm going to go for a double bind this time. So both my hands will reach back, thumbs down, flexed feet. Now, I want to make sure my knees are not driving out wide, but I'm actively pulling my inner thighs together. So first, inner thigh squeeze, glutes activating to bring the legs up, shoulders rolling back and away, lifting everything up towards the ceiling. Stay soft in the shoulder. Try to hold one more breath. Exhale to release it down. Shimmy the hips. And then we'll walk the left arm out. I'm not sure why I didn't do this one on this side, but here we go. Let's do it now. So shoulder's going to keep walking. Hands going to keep walking until the shoulder's down. And then without squishing the mic too much, you fold on top. Hi, that's a tight shoulder. I could fall asleep here. Let's come back through center before I do. Ooh. Okay, very gently, slowly, just kind of wiggle your way up. On the way back to our downward facing, anything you need. Once you're in your downward facing, you're going to step or walk the feet to the top. Bend the knees, flip the palms, and place them underneath the feet if you can. You may need to bend your knees a lot, that's okay. You just want to stabilize here and wiggle the toes to massage out the wrist. If you can from there, keep pushing the feet down and just lengthen the legs. Maybe bring heart closer to thigh, maybe forehead closer to shin. And to release the breath, release the neck. Bend the knees again to remove one hand and then the other. I'm going to go into a deep Balasana. Heels in, toes are out. To stretch the back body here. You can stay here, Malasana, if this is good enough. You can gently take the fingers to the back of the hairline and gently lengthen and then round the back of the neck. So I'm not just crunching down, but I'm trying to find space. If you know you're more flexible, you can start rounding the spine. And then I like to bind my hands, place them towards the occiput right at the base of the hairline. And then as I pull my knees open, I allow the weight of my hands to lengthen the spine towards the floor. Oh, it feels so good. Try not to let the hips come with you. Keep the sitting bones pulling down so you're creating a stretch from both ends. Breathe into the back muscles. One more breath. Exhale, release whatever bind you have. Hands to the floor. Gently, gently, slowly unroll. Let's take it down to seated. And we'll go into a little twist. Right foot is going above the knee or below the knee. So above the knee would be more intense. You want to push the toes down, squeeze the knee into the chest, and sit up nice and tall. This is good, stay here, or you can wrap with the left arm and add a little twist to the right. Use your exhales to go a little farther. And then come back through center. We're going to take the right leg out to the side in a 90 degree. Now, a 90 degree is pretty intense. You may need to pull the heel closer to the body. That's totally fine. I know I can do a 90, so I'm just going to start here, flexed foot. Now gently, very slowly, we have little tight, tiny muscles that are attaching our hips to our legs. We want to gently move the pelvis. So we're not moving the whole body. We're taking the pelvis and rolling forward, taking the pelvis and rolling backward. So if you're doing it correctly, if you're moving the pelvis, you'll feel those tight muscles in the hip flexor, in the groin, in the inner thigh. Be very gentle. And then from there, you're going to just try to square up a little bit more. So that means I don't want to be fully leaning to one side. I want to get equal weight on my legs. Now this one, you may need to bring your foot in again a little closer. But from here, I'm just going to gently start walking myself forward. I'm getting a nice hip. I'm getting a nice hamstring on the other side. Keep these top toes active to find the hamstring. Hi! Breathe into it. Don't force anything. Breathe. Gently unrolling to the top. Now we want to lean all the way away from this hip and just let the hip do anything it needs to do for a moment. Plant the right foot on the ground. Hold on to the leg. Press yourself up. Beautiful. Now we can switch. So, right leg is nice and long. The left foot goes above or below the knee joint. We just don't want to be at the knee. Press the big toe down. Squeeze the knee close to the body. Sits bones down. Spine nice and tall. If you want, add your twist. Gently exhaling back to center. And now we'll take the left leg out to the side. Remember, 90 degrees is what I'm shooting for, but if you're not familiar with this pose, pull the heel in. Now we want to create a nice stretch, a nice roll through the hips. Gently to start, make sure the hip flexors, everything's safe, the groin muscles. One more roll. Now work on squaring the weight a little bit more. And then you have this left side hip and the right side hamstring. Use your exhales to go deeper to the pose, no forcing. You might notice you have some difference from one hip to the other. That's okay, everyone does. It's just good to notice. Let's take one more breath here. And then gently walking yourself back up. Now we lean far to the side to allow the hip to do whatever it needs to do. And then planting the foot, grabbing the leg, press it up through center. Go ahead and take it on your back. I'm going to flip my mat a little bit here. Option to leave me any comments for the best angle, the best views to see the movements I'm doing, because I only have one camera angle. So I'll have to start playing with it to see which view works the best for everyone. Legs up in the air, give it a little shake. And then you can bring the feet down. Let me go ahead and stop this music. You just take a moment here with hands to the belly, or maybe one hand to heart. That was a pretty fun playlist for a random freebie on Spotify, I tell you. If there's anything left in your practice you would like to do, feel free to take the time and do it now and finish with your Shavasana. For the sake of the video, I'm going to come up and sign off. But that was my first faster paced yoga flow, HIIT, biometrics, all the fun things I love to do. And I had a great time filming, so I hope you enjoyed it as well. There was a lot of movement and a lot of fast transitions, but you'll get used to it. It's worth it. It's so fun. Inhale, bring the palms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, your morning, your evening, whatever is left for you today. See you next time on House of Chi.